Take two.
Hi everyone, we're back to finish the story of Julian's very strange teeth. Remember in our lesson we read the first part, but now I'd like to just finish the read aloud for you so you can find out, does he get that tooth out? What's your prediction? Is Dad going to get it out in a different way? Are they going to need to use the pliers? What are some other ways that you've tried to take out your tooth? Think about all that and compare it to what happens in the rest of My Very Strange Teeth. He jumped up again and ran to the closet. When he came back, he had a spool of black thread. Thread didn't look as painful as pliers. "This is a simple way," my father said. "Just let me tie this thread around your old tooth." "All right," I said. Very carefully, my father tied the end of the thread around my old tooth. That didn't hurt. "Now," my father said, "stand here by the door." I stood by the kitchen door, and my father tied the other end of the thread to the doorknob. "Now what?" I said. "Now," my father said, "you just close your eyes." "What are you going to do?" I asked. I wasn't going to close my eyes when I didn't know what was happening. "This is a good method from the old days," my father said. "You close your eyes." Then, very suddenly, I shoved the kitchen door shut. Snap! The thread pulls the tooth right out. I looked at the kitchen door. It was a lot bigger than I was, and about 20 million times bigger than my tooth. "Won't it hurt?" I was really afraid I might lose my whole head with the tooth. "Oh, just a little," my father said. "Just for a second." "No thanks," I said. "Please take this thread off my tooth." "All right then." My father shrugged his shoulders and took the string off my tooth. "Don't you know any other way?" "There is one other way," my father said. "Go into the bathroom, stand over the sink, and just keep pushing the tooth with your finger till it comes out." "Will that hurt?" "You can stop pushing when it hurts," my father said. "Of course it takes longer. I would be very glad to do it with either the pliers or the doorknob." "No thanks," I said. I started pushing on my tooth with my finger. "Why can't I push it out here?" I asked. "Why do I have to do it over the sink?" Ooh, I think I know why. "When you get the tooth out," my father said, "it'll bleed. That's why you take the tooth out over the sink, so you have cold water to rinse your mouth and stop the bleeding." "How much bleeding?" "Some. Enough so you should use the sink." I decided right then that my old tooth could stay in my mouth right beside the new one as long as it wanted. 2 months, 2 years, any time. "I've changed my mind," I said. "That tooth can stay, even if it is stupid to have 2 teeth where one should be." "It's not stupid," my mother said, "just unusual. You have very special teeth. I bet prehistoric cavemen would have liked to have your teeth." "Why?" "They ate a lot of raw meat," my mother said. "It must have been hard for a cave boy to eat raw meat with teeth missing. But you have 2 teeth in the space of 1. You could have eaten mastodon meat or saber-toothed tiger meat or anything the hunters brought home." A cave boy with 2 teeth in place of 1? I wished I had a time machine to go back to the very old days, before pliers and before doorknobs, back to the caves. I curled my lower lip under. "You look like a cave boy," my mother said. "You should show the kids at school your teeth," Huey said. "Maybe I will," I said. I went to my room and made a sign for myself. It read, "See Cave Boy Teeth, 1 cent." I wore the sign at recess the next day. My friends came around. "What does that mean?" they asked. I grunted and held up a penny. I couldn't explain. If I talked, they'd see my teeth for free. After a while, one girl gave me a penny, and I showed her my special cave boy teeth. Some of the other kids had missing teeth, but nobody had 2 teeth in 1 space like mine. I ran all the way home from school to tell my mother what happened. I said, "Tomorrow I'll show more kids." I picked up an apple that lay on the kitchen table and took a big bite. Oh, I think I know what's going to happen. "Ow," I said, because I could feel my old tooth twist in my mouth. In a minute, without too much blood, it was lying on my hand. "Ow," I said again, not because it hurt, but because right then was the end of my special mastodon-eating, double-biting K-boy teeth. I guess he won't be going back to school tomorrow to show more kids because his tooth came out. Did some of your predictions come true in the rest of the story? Did you think that that was how he would lose his tooth? Seems like a pretty simple and easy way to take out a wiggly old tooth.